Hello and welcome to Weebanomics. This is Kyrie Lunas at KyrieLunas on Twitter.com, and these are my co-hosts.
This is Smug at SmugHomeslice on Twitter.com.
Hello, this is Stonk Salesman at StonkyWonky.com.
Hello, this is fucking Kill Me at The Unknown Otaku at TheKnownotaku.com.
Are we just saying our names and then just .com after it?
Yeah, probably.
As normally now?
Anyway, on today's episode, we will be talking about the clusterfuck that is Redo of Healer.
Oh yeah, let's get cancelled.
That was fucking shit.
Yeah, this show's amazing. Like, just from episode 1, I feel it represents multiple things, alright? So, the trial represents, of course, the Tradcath here should know. What does it represent?
Something about the Last Supper and the Passion of the Christ or something.
Dude, he literally was sold out for a few pieces of silver.
Yeah, so Judas.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Last Supper.
And then, what's it called? I think it also just represents the course. And it's like when you get falsely accused of rape.
God damn it! This you're thinking of whatchamacallit.
The wrong anime.
But I want to talk about Shield Hero again.
I was thinking for a second, wait, didn't we talk about this before?
Yeah, I thought like, wait, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And then he said like accusation of rape. I said, but hold on, this is not Shield Hero anymore.
Alright, fine. We're doing the long-awaited redo of a healer, and when it comes down to it, this is the final one of the big three. We got Goblin Slayer, Shield Hero, and redo of a healer.
This is the one that's most overhyped.
Overhyped? It's fucking like shit.
How is this so popular? It's not even good.
Episode 1 and 2 is 10 out of 10.
It's peak fiction.
Episode 1 and 2 are just so stupid it's funny.
Episode 1 and 2 is just fucking 10 out of 10. I love it. It's perfect writing.
Like, okay,
it makes sense.
The first couple of episodes I was in it. Okay, I know what I'm getting into.
Oh yeah, I should make a disclaimer. I have only seen the first 3 episodes, and I am not finishing this fucking show. Okay.
So
wait, let Songs talk, and then we go out.
So the first couple of episodes, like, okay, I know what I'm getting into. I heard that it was pretty hardcore. Okay, I'm just not gonna watch it on my TV then. So, at like episodes 3 or 4, it was starting to get like, okay, so this is what the series is about then. And then like at episode 6 or 7, I completely lost it. Like, what the fuck is happening? I don't know anymore. And then like the final episode was actually where I, like at the end, I was just so confused of what I actually watched.
Yeah.
Not that it's bad. I know that I'm looking around like the fucking and stuff. I literally have no idea what this story was about.
It was a simple story, but what?
I think I just got confused by all the fucking.
Probably. Anyway. Well, I don't know.
Otaku, tell us what this anime is about.
So it's about a guy that purposely wants to fuck over his life as much as possible, just so he can get his revenge on people that fucked over his life in a previous timeline.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Now, I say purposely is actually because what's it called? A lot of the things that happen in this story, I feel, very well could have been avoided. Almost everything. In fact, I honestly think this entire fucking like story could have easily been avoided.
I agree.
But let's get into like the other stuff first before I explain that. Smug, you said you didn't want to finish the show. Why?
Yes. Because it was fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
but so are you.
Yes, but there's varying degrees of stupid, right?
There's like stupid, then there's like really stupid, and then there's Astoffel, and then there's smug.
This fucking stupidity is somehow more. It's more stupid than me.
How?
I don't know.
How is this possible?
I don't know how it's possible, but it is. It's like it fucking just broke the laws of physics.
Now, what happened in episode 3?
Utter stupidity.
Okay, what part did it break the laws of physics?
Or do you want me to go through because it wasn't just like a part of episode 3, it was the entire 3 episodes and maybe not want to finish it.
All right, yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, I finished a lot watching it.
We were in group chat, so I can confirm.
Was he really?
I was in group chat with Kyrie and 10 other people, and
you were Jack.
I just gotta say, majority that were interested in watching were female.
I just watched it alone. As always, I always watch my anime alone, I guess.
You should have watched it with your girlfriend.
No, I am not going to watch this with my. I actually asked if she wanted to watch. I actually asked her if she wanted to watch it with me, and she said "Fuck no."
I mean, what you do is you watch it with your girlfriend and then reenact as it's happening. So when they start breaking
you know what? I'm
their
not gonna deny it. No, wait. Wait, I forgot about that part for a sec.
It means you have to have your girlfriend start pouring fucking liquid cocaine on her vagina, and then you go over and lick it.
All right. So
okay, I'm not gonna do that.
Smug, you're gonna have to explain why you hate episode 1 and 2, because episode 1 and 2 is fucking masterpiece.
Okay, so the first thing that I think just fucking annoyed me, I guess, would be that what's the main character's name again?
Kiaru.
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 Or what's his?
Something like that.
Kiara.
It's Kiaru, and then he changes to Kiaruga. Kiaruga, yeah.
Well, whatever. That's not really that important. But the first thing that fucking just infuriated me is how he's supposed to be a healer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Except it turns out that this so-called fucking healing magic might as well just be every single fucking magic.
No.
It essentially acts like it though, because he could use it in so many different ways. That's basically omnipotent.
You do know why, right?
Yes.
No, explain why. I want to hear you say why.
Wait, now I'm confused. Why about what?
Why his magic is all able to do that?
Because he all fucking... Wasn't it that, I'm trying to remember what exactly it was. Was it that he got, he took it from all the other heroes?
Yes. His healer magic is the biggest and worst magic there is.
Yeah.
But it has the best benefits ever. The healer magic that he uses is when he does it, he's not actually healing anyone. All he's doing is manipulating DNA and everything like that to rapidly grow anything back, or however the fuck he sees fit. He's literally just changing their anatomy. It's like, oh, your arm's cut off. Boom! Completely just change your DNA to instantly regrow it back and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. But the drawback is whenever you heal someone, their entire life, you just lived their entire life in front of your eyes. Just all of it. So you have all their memories, all their everything they've ever seen.
Everything they've ever felt.
Yep, you're actually it. So what's it called? So when he took that one guy's life that went and raped his the girl that raised him, he was there doing it himself because he was feeling everything he felt, doing everything he did. Yeah. So what's it called? just a bit of a side note. What's it called? So when it comes down to it, he pretty much, it's not that his magic is what's doing it, it's that he stole other people's magic and then manipulated his cells to be able to perform that magic. So it's not that he's able to, because he actually can't. So as far as I know inside the story, he flat out cannot be taught magic at all. So he has to actually steal it from other people.
I'm pretty sure he has deterioration healing, though. He said that a lot. That's what caused him to. I don't know.
The only thing I know is, like, the only thing he started out with is the healing magic. All of his healing magic, because he's a healer. Aside from that, I don't think he can learn any other kind of magic, as he never learns it. He always just skips to just take it from other people. And, of course, why not? When it comes down to it, why the fuck not? Just skip.
Yeah.
There's no point to not to. But yeah, so what about that? So what do you have to say, Smug? I completely
was sort of like that, and then also the other stuff the other thing in the first like fucking 10 minutes that just didn't make any sense to me is that the way he
went back in time.
Yes, well, that's what I'm confused. Because did you say it was also like another timeline, or like? Because I don't know if that's ever explained, but basically. He turned back time,
but he had no memories of it except for his nightmares.
Yeah, but he turned back time by healing the world.
Oh yeah, he did do that
by somehow using all of his magic to heal the entire fucking world.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a bullshit excuse by him getting the Philosopher's Stone. Which, if you ever seen any show ever, the Philosopher's Stone is Deus Ex Machina. I can do whatever you want.
To be fair, that made a lot more sense than a lot of his magic.
Yeah.
Because, like, he can send things back to a previous state, like, via his
like
healing.
Ohio.
So, like, then just his Philosopher's Stone just amplified that to affect the entire world. So, technically, that part made the most sense out of everything he did, basically, in my opinion. Even though it was stupid.
Yeah, so what's it called? The Philosopher's Stone inside it is like, it makes stuff that seem impossible possible. That's all the line you needed to justify it. He's like, what? That's impossible. Well, that means it's now possible. Boom! Oh, man. I laughed so fucking hard. By the way, all of us were convinced that Redo of a Healer was a comedy.
Yeah,
I see why.
I knew what it was.
A comedy.
Yes and no.
At first, I thought it was a hero's tragedy, and then I realized it's a comedy.
Oh, that way. Oh my god.
The thing is that it could have actually worked like infinitely better if it was actually like written as a comedy. And just absolutely enjoying itself for just how fucking stupid it is.
Like, if it was actually a comedy, it would have been like a couple points better, but you know, the fight scenes were still cool though.
But the issue is that everything that's funny about it is funny because it takes itself so seriously.
Yeah, but like the fight scenes were still cool, I guess.
Right.
That's all I have positive about.
I gotta say,
I don't think I got to any fight scenes.
Has anyone seen episode 2, the censored version?
No.
No, I haven't.
Wait, does it actually censor the finger breaking?
Well, yes, but that's not the part I was going to bring up. All right.
But I am even more disappointed if you. Oh my god.
Is more than half the episode just a black screen?
Yes, but well, what's it called? There's just one part that makes it even better, like the censor, just specifically just one part, and that is when he asks, "So, which rod do you want? This hot rod or my rod?"
Does it censor the rod that he holds, or does it actually?
It shows the rod by itself in one of the clips, and then it censors. What's it called? When she begs for his rod. What's it called? It censors that, and the way it sounds and the way it looks and what is implied is that he used both his dick inside her and then the hot rod up her ass.
Jesus.
I should watch the censored version just for fun, I guess.
I watched it
just specifically first. Specifically that one episode.
Yeah, and I mean, like, what's it called? With how like the way she screams, like in like sheer utter horror and everything, and the way it's making like almost sizzling sounds, it just definitely
makes it sound like the hot rod was in her.
Yeah, and this all makes sense because what's it called? In the light novel, that's actually what he did.
Oh my god! No! Oh my god! I'm actually happy that they changed it. That would have been really fucked up.
This did just remind me of this conversation just did remind me of one of literally the only thing that I actually kind of liked, and that was the voice acting. I actually think the voice acting was good. I actually think the voice acting was pretty good for the most part.
Oh man, everything about this show, like when it comes down to like the voices, the sounds, anime, like they're fucking top tier. Like the way the fingers sound when breaking, it's not actually what a finger sounds when it breaks, but it does sound very visceral. Pleasing.
That one scene haunts my dreams.
Really?
Yes, I literally I was thinking about it all night. Literally, really? when I finished, yes.
It wasn't
last night.
That bad.
No, it wasn't that bad. But but the thing that makes me remember is that at one time, I broke my own fingers once, and that just reminds me of it. You guys never broke your fingers?
No, I'm not fragile.
I've never broken a single bone in my body.
And neither have I.
Oh. Only me then? Okay.
We're just built different, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For real.
I should have had so many broken, but I just never broke any.
Anyway.
I'll be right back. Someone's at the door.
Oh. Bye.
Okay, anyway. So, I forget what... Okay, so what's the last thing you saw in episode 3? I forget what the last thing was.
I don't even remember episode 3 anymore.
Only thing I remember from episode 3 is that he went to go get the fucking animal girl who was a slave.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then at that point I just mentally checked out.
All right.
Like there's not a lot of scenes I remember anymore. If you just talk about it, I remember. But like from the top, I remember like the finger breaking scene, the Colosseum.
I remember when
that guy said like the princess is an imposter. You know why? You know why? And like when the princess's sister just get abducted in that one scene in the basement.
All right, I'm back.
And then her fucking other sister comes in. Just that's where I completely lost it. I was
the only scene
that's where where my mind melted.
The only scene I really remember is I think it's in episode 1 or episode 2. It's whenever like he first gets taken to the castle and then he's given his room, And then one of the
Yeah.
maids just walks in and then just drops all of her clothes and then just starts fucking him.
Episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you
I
do.
remember that.
That's what a maid's for.
I just remember that because it was the moment when it was like sort of the moment when I realized like, oh, this is going to be one of those kind of shows.
I mean, that's
Actually,
like, I'm just saying, what else is a maid for?
for reals.
Like, a maid is for cleaning, and she's cleaning his dick with her pussy and mouth and hands
True,
No,
and breasts
No,
but
I think it's just making a mess.
and ass.
It's not a mess if you like fully take it in, you know.
Yeah.
It could actually be cleaner. It can make both of you clean if you think about it.
No.
Yeah.
It's never made me clean.
Well, yeah,
It
because
makes
you've never been fucking the ass
Everyone
before.
who's done it properly clean.
If you can do it clean, I'm giving you a golf clap.
It's
Want me to
called
show-
the shower.
Want me to show you?
No.
But yeah,
Damn.
so what I was saying, like, I really love episode 1 and 2. It's so fucking good.
And from that point out, it just became the worst
No,
thing
I
I've.
didn't say that either.
It
But
got boring.
So what's it called? The way I saw it is episode 1, 2 were 10 out of 10, just so fucking amazing. Episode 3, it dips a little bit. And then episode 4 onwards just keeps dipping. And then the season finale, episode 12, goes up just slightly. So it's like a 6 and whatnot. And it's just meh. And I still call it. So here's some bit of information. This director who did Redo of a Healer was his first time directing anything ever. So, for one, good fucking job. But two, I can definitely tell with how he ended Redo of a Healer, because it almost felt like the No Game No Life ending.
No, he only made the story. He didn't direct it.
No, the director.
The director?
I'm talking about the director of Redo of the Healer, not the writer. I'm talking about not the author. I'm talking about the director. The director, this was his first what's it called? Time directing directing any anime ever. But yeah. It was pretty good. And what's it called? Like, he did a phenomenal job with episode 1 and 2. Like, if you could just get him to direct starting episodes, you're golden. Just don't get him to direct anything else beyond that. Although he is responsible for the sex scenes, though, to look as good as they do. And the funniest thing I've always seen about the sex scenes, all right, and here's like the thing I laughed the hardest, is that I have a theory that he uses his healing magic to have multiple dicks.
Yeah, but I was so
horrifying.
confused. Like, how does he do it? Like, how does he fuck two girls at the same time?
Okay, so there's ways to do that, Stonks. I'll tell you when you're older. But in the specific positions that he does, I'm like, I see why they're doing it like this. So they're doing it in the sense of you can't tell which he is fucking. So in your mind, you can have him fuck whichever you want. So it's he's being a bit of a self-insert, and it's like, oh, you want to fuck this girl or this girl? So he's letting you fuck whichever one you want, and that it doesn't really let you able to see which one it is. But in my mind, if I was to be 100% logical on how he's doing it, he has two dicks. Which
I wouldn't even be surprised.
That's even horrifying.
Funny. At least two, I mean.
There's
a scene where he could have even more. Oh. And apparently someone did some autistic math to find out how big his dick is. Alright, they joined my server and told me that This was done. It was done by the shape of the shadow and how big the shadow is and the casting and whatnot. Remember when he stands up in front of the demon lord and she's just completely flabbergasted by the dick? So they said he was about 8.5 inches.
What the hell?
Just like me for real, except a little smaller he is. What's it called?
What the hell? That's small.
8.5 inches is small.
Yeah.
How big is yours?
Oh. You don't even use inches, man.
No, but I know how much an inch is per centimeter.
Yeah,
what is
you
it?
take it down, you throw it all the time.
Like 1.2 centimeters, 1 inch.
Is that even accurate?
I don't know. It was like one. Wait.
Because that doesn't sound right.
8 inches is 20.32 centimeters.
1 inch is 2.
No.
Yeah, I was almost right.
1 inch is 2.5.
2.54.
2.54.
centimeters.
Yeah.
So that's like twice as much as you said.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
that
doesn't sound accurate at all.
And how much inch was it?
8.5.
8.5.
8.5.
So 21.
Oh, that's still small.
The fuck up, Stonks.
I mean, maybe he.
You don't know how much power I have.
We do.
I don't know. Who knows? Seeing
Your
the military.
girlfriend does.
It's hard to be a guy.
Maybe she can comment how long it is. I mean, mine's about 9.5.
I'm not even gonna say what mine is.
You're a bottom. It doesn't matter.
Isn't it like 3?
Exactly. No. Oh my gosh.
2.5?
No.
2?
No.
1.5?
I said a
1?
little more than 3.5.
I think it's I think it's 0.3 inch.
It's like 5 somewhere like the
yeah,
like
in your dreams.
No, actually though it is.
I don't know. Isn't your tagline literally very small, don't you want to see?
It is.
Yeah.
But what I learned is that compared to the average Canadian male, it's below average.
Well, okay, we're not well, Canadian males is a fucking oxymoron, by the way.
You have a point there.
I'm almost positive majority of the females in Canadian land still have bigger dicks than the males.
Probably.
They're just like Korea.
Or Thailand.
Alright, so when it comes down to it, and another little tidbit that some people might find interesting. The author did an interview and was pretty much asked why his audience was... I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was a question along the lines, and it was implying, oh, why is your audience majority male? And he's like, well, that's just not true. It's actually majority female. Because
it's not surprising though.
Yeah, so because he's like, yeah, I get numbers on who buys my stuff and whatnot, male, female, and everything like that. Majority of audience is female. And I thought that was just hilarious to just laugh at. And
it's not really surprising if you think about it though.
And then he was asked, oh, what do you think that is? He's like, well, the lesson here is that women love to be. And fucking died.
It's true though.
Fucking died laughing. Oh man. Yeah, he was pretty fucking insane in that interview. But yeah.
Wasn't he mutuals with Gary on Twitter?
Yeah, he have mutuals. Hi, Oompy.
This is gonna get good. This is gonna get good.
He wasn't mutuals with me, sadly.
I'm gonna fucking laugh if he comments on the fucking video.
He probably
That'd be
wouldn't.
fun.
But
Yeah, hey, I don't
especially
think he
because
knows.
yeah, if I recall correctly, he didn't really speak English.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Okay, good.
Speak Japanese just so that he gets this in his fucking in his fucking recommended.
How do you say your show is trash in Japanese?
I don't know. I haven't
That's
gone that far.
It's Shitsu Zone Nice Stonky Wonky.
I'm pretty sure that's not.
How would you know?
Yeah, do you speak
because
Japanese?
because nice and my name is in it.
But they actually do use like
Donkey Wonky. It is very prolific.
Yeah, they do use Donkey Wonky. Yes.
Very, very prolific kaiji.
You're not convincing me.
Do you know about Japanese songs? You probably don't even know English.
I know English.
Clearly not.
Why?
Yes, I do.
I just know American.
If you knew English,
I also
want
to know why.
Back to Radio Vahila, though. But yeah, I really fucking love episode
trash.
1 and 2. So when it comes down to it, it's mostly that episode 1 and 2, you can somewhat say is like deserved. And so when he's getting his revenge and everything like that, it goes so far with it. And I'm like, yes, this is exactly what you want in revenge. Although I somewhat disagree with the idea of erasing her memory and forcing her to be like with you and whatnot. And it's like, okay, so all the revenge stuff you did is not even to torture her, but rather just to feel good, like pretty much a self wank. It literally was just like a self wank. And then because like he in his mind he's like, yes, I'm getting my revenge, I'm making you kill your own Viva in like later episodes. And it's like, yeah, but she doesn't know any of that.
Know that.
It's like he's doing a lot of things and whatnot and forcing her. It's like she doesn't know any of that, nor will she ever know, according to what you're saying. It's like, if I was to give it an ending, though, like at the end, like after he's done, conquered the entire world, done everything and whatnot, I would say for him to properly give like massive revenge is like after they all like have his child and everything, for him to just replant her memories right back, so that she knows everything she did while like that, and also remembers like who she was and everything, and just see what kind of horrid look on her face it would be and everything like that, and just go and pretty much tell her is like, oh, you can either shut up about the information you know and raise our child, or I could just erase your memory all over again. And then whatever she says, you just pick the opposite. Ugh.
That would be pretty based.
Yeah, and so what's it called? I it's like so when it comes down to it, it's like you could always keep her around to like completely get torture her even more, just by every once in a while give her memory back. Just do it on like her birthday. Every birthday give her memory back. And then tell her about what's happening. But yeah, so what's it called? But the thing is about this revenge, it's like you could say, yeah, episode 1 and 2 definitely was for revenge, everything. He could have somewhat avoided it if he really wanted to. And that's because he didn't actually pass out the first time he did his healing magic. In fact, he could have probably kept going. He probably could have kept going way longer, and he could have actually been revered among them. He could have been everything like that. But he wanted to do the exact steps that led to him being tortured, so that he knew when he got his revenge, they were the same kind of people. So yeah, he definitely could have avoided all of this, the entire thing. So when he comes down to it, I
think he just really wanted to get raped.
No, I think he just really wanted to get his revenge to an absurd degree. I don't even mean like, oh, I want my revenge. It's because he came to. Honestly, if he dropped the bullshit, I won't get revenge on anyone until they do something to me in this time. If he literally dropped that bullshit, because it's obviously not true later on. If he just dropped that, then the show would actually start making a lot more sense. And what I mean by that is you could have literally said, I can't just abandon this castle because I have to go through the normal motions because I'm not strong enough to keep healing them, and it was going to put me here anyways. And this is going to put me in the best position to get as much power as I need. This will put me on the drugs to make me immune to the drug. This will put and just go like over and over and over of everything that could happen and whatnot, and why he has to repeat the same thing. But this idea that he has to wait until they do something is bullshit. Because almost every hero he's met, he's like, yeah, before they do anything, it's like, yes, now it's time to get my revenge on them. It's like he's already decided in his mind and in the dialogue that he's going to get his revenge, and he sets it up specifically so that he can get it. Now, here's the thing. When it comes down to it, I do not give two flying shits on why someone is there. Because when it comes to self-defense, I don't care if you're there so you can enact self-defense. I like the intentions. I don't give a shit. Because you can't use self-defense if they don't attack you and whatnot. When it comes down to it, all of it's done on the other person. But when you are there specifically provoking it, that's when I feel it's a little different.
Yeah.
And what's it called? There's sometimes he's like not really provoking it, and then there's other times he's going far out of his way to provoke it. Oh man. But I still think a lot of his like revenge makes no sense. So he's going after Norn. All right. What was his excuse? To lay waste to everyone in that city and whatnot. Because he killed the traitor that he... Not like traitor as in traitor to the city. It's like, no, an actual merchant. He killed the merchant that he met like a day ago. It's like, oh, now that he's dead, I will kill your entire army. I will go and steal all of the heroes here, and I will also kill you and make you my slave. And it's weird because he's like, oh, I gotta get revenge. And it's like, this makes no sense. What? It's like, it's not even just that scene. It's a lot of scenes inside the show that go like that, and it's why I started hating a lot of it. And it's like, why does it specifically have to be revenge for you? It's not even just revenge for him. It's like, it's not even revenge specifically for the person they killed. It's also revenge for him. And I was just like, why? It literally could be a better written if it was like, I'm going to protect the city. The city's going to like me and revere me, and stuff like that. And I'm going to use that city as a tactical advantage against the state that I'm exacting my revenge against. It was like that would be way more reasonable and understandable than, oh, I gotta get my revenge.
And more interesting to watch. Yeah.
I'm just like, it's like, oh my god, it drops the ball so many times because as me and Plot described it, it's him purposely putting himself in situations and provoking situations for him to enact his revenge that he arbitrarily placed on anyways, but this revenge is already predetermined to happen. So when it comes down to it, he's just using revenge as a justification to do everything he's doing, but it's not really revenge. Or at the very least, it's not revenge for the things he is saying. He's getting revenge for the past life, but trying to use this future life as their reasons as a proxy. And you can see this as in a lot of people don't understand what he's saying, like when he's actually doing the revenge and like pissed off at them, and it's like the 38 lashes, and it's like, what are you talking about? Boom. And shit like that. So he just doesn't like they really don't get it. It's like one of those things like he's just lying to do whatever the fuck he wants. Like all of his justification, all of his everything is all bullshit. Like everything he says is bullshit. Ugh. And I really wish they would just make it a lot, like at least with that, like that could make all this revenge like a lot more interesting, a lot better, and is pretty much doing it, because he didn't even have to be like, oh, I'm getting revenge for my people in that one Coliseum. It was like, you kidnapped my village and I'm going to kill you because it's their revenge. I will take revenge for them. Revenge! By the way, Smokey gets way weirder and way more, like, revenge hungry inside this show.
Gosh.
And he talks about it. He actually pronounces revenge like that. But in, what's it called, in Japanese, and it's so weird. But back to what I was saying. So he goes into it and it's like, no, it could have easily been the state is lying about the people and they were going to kill them no matter what happened, and all these people are completely innocent. And he had proof of that. He proved it, and he could do like all that shit. And it's like it would make a lot more sense if he just dropped the fucking revenge act. It's like, and because he actually is getting revenge for something else, and then but uses like the most bullshit. Like if he tried to explain it to anyone there, it would not make sense. But if he tried to explain he's protecting this city and this other city, and is going in there and making enemies of the state because the state just went and kidnapped an entire city to kill them and everything and put them on trial. It's like, that could happen to you next time. This, what's it called? Just because one person did not want to do their job, they went and took out an entire city, put them on trial, put them on public crosses and everything, and then poisoned them. They have absolutely zero chance to survive. And so it freaks everyone at the Coliseum out, and then everyone at the Coliseum goes and grabs up arms and fucking kills the government employees, the government army thing. And it's like it could have been way better written than just this whole idea. Every time it cuts to him, it's like revenge, revenge. It feels so weird. I do know it's a revenge story. That doesn't mean you have to have him just say revenge 24/7 and make the revenge seem bullshit and petty. Well, I wouldn't say petty, but it makes it seem bullshit.
A lot of bad revenge stories out there, basically.
Yeah.
Say much.
But yeah. By the way, I still like Redo of a Healer. I just am like annoyed by some parts. Oh man.
Tell us some parts.
Like, yeah, any of the revenge parts. And I still think
just the revenge screaming.
Yeah. I think it's hard to say Norn's was a punishment. It's hard to say Norn's fate was a punishment because Norn's
in the last episode?
Yes, because Norn's fate
Oh my god.
was literally everything she wanted. Okay, so the reason why it was a punishment is if she didn't cave and pick the shit that she wanted, what's it called? Then she would survive and she would go free. But if she went and picked what she wanted and actually like got into it, then she would lose her memory and become a slave just like her sister, Blair.
Yeah.
And so what's it called? So it's like one of those things like at the very end it was like she got everything she wanted and then she has no memory of anything so that she can't even suffer the actual like consequences of what is happening to her. And that's why I say, is it really a punishment when she doesn't she's not going to remember, she's not going to live or even feel anything bad about the quote-unquote punishment. And there's not a single time where she is like actually like what's it called? Trying not really like an actual time where she will feel the repercussions of her getting into it and enjoying the quote unquote challenge.
Yeah. Like that's punishment of her was when my mind was actually fucking melted. Like at that point I was like, why did I fucking watch this?
I'm so
like,
interested
why?
in season 2.
I swear to God, if there comes a season 2, I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm going to.
Make me.
Okay.
Fuck.
Let me get the rope.
Hot.
No.
I got some duct tape as well.
Hot.
But yeah, so when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also think a lot of the coming is just like super fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
So when he throws the aphrodisiac on the giant boar and the boar fucks the guy to death, it was literally in the span of 4 seconds it came, and then the guy, the boar fuck died.
Yeah.
Some guy got fucked by a boar.
Don't
Yeah.
ask questions.
Now if Smug wants to watch.
Now I am glad I didn't fucking finish this show.
Now Smug is interested.
Oh my god.
Smug's gotta go watch it. Specifically just look up the boar scene.
I really don't know.
But what's it called? I think the funniest parts about a lot of the sex scenes were they were hyper serious when it first happens with them. Hyper fucking serious. Setsuna, when it comes down to it, yes, in doing this, I will increase my power level. I will do, and like she's just slopping on that dick and whatnot. And then it's like, doing this, it will make me stronger. I will go and be the one that avenges my clan. I will be stronger, and just like keeps talking and everything. It's like it has motivational music in the background all playing while she's like making a speech on how she's going to make everyone pay. She's going to kill every last one of them with her own claws and whatnot. It's like these the sex scenes are fucking ridiculously out of this world. Hilarious. Everyone was fucking laughing at how stupid it was. Oh my god. And then there's also like with the freaking female sword person, the one who has the skill of a hero is like so high up there. And it's like, oh, I've been blinded by the corruptedness of it. And it just goes into like a serious monologue about being fucked. And it's like, yes, I am paying you back for what I have done. And it's like, I don't mind you being my first time. In fact, I prefer it that way. Oh my god. It just keeps going and going and going. And like this, like, it's like the most serious scene, like taking it so fucking hyper seriously. It's like, what the fuck? It's just so hilarious. Just like the more I watch it, it's like it definitely is a goddamn comedy. Nah, Redo of a Healer. I refuse to believe it's not a comedy.
So, can we have it about like scenes after episode 3 that we actually did like? Because I have one.
Sure.
So, at the very end of the
Yes.
anime, no, I did like the fight between like what's that guy called? Hawkeye, I think. Yeah, and Kaoru. I did like it actually because it was really well planned out by both of them. Like they both know how to counter each other. You know?
Yeah. It was pretty good.
And then Kaoru just pulled a "know you," and then he fucking died.
It's because Kaoru, what's it called? He was fighting with a massive restriction the entire time, and once he figured out he's not gonna win that way, he's like, oh well, boom, and just goes all out and kills him.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, whatever. Because what's it called? He's been fighting with that massive restriction of he has to touch them. And that's because he just wanted his Hawkeye powers, which is actually super fucking useful. If I was him, I would have kept going. If I was Kaoru, I would have kept going. Because that fucking power is so insane that, what's it called? I think it would have been worth it to kept trying.
That's one thing I actually didn't... Like, I like the scene, I like the fight scene, but like I didn't like how fast it ended.
Yeah, he was like, alright, whatever, just gonna use my power. Did you know I don't actually have to touch you to use my power? What? Just kills him.
Explodes.
I just have to touch you to steal your power, that's all. Okay, so my favorite scene of the last episode, and I thought you were gonna say it, is definitely that 5-way ending.
Oh my god. You know what? I'm not surprised that you brought it up again.
Smug, did you know at the end of it there was a 5-way ending? Him and 4 other girls and 1 girl just right outside watching, so it's kind of like 6-way.
What?
Yeah, that other girl was like
scene
fucking
with 4
touching
girls
herself.
and 1 girl watching.
No, that other girl was touching herself.
Yeah, she's also watching.
What the fuck?
Like all the main characters. All the main characters came together, and except for one, I guess.
I mean, if they could just exclude Setsuna and the other girl, it's like it's fine. Just exclude the close
Which one? The
to
demon?
a lolly.
The demon or?
Yeah, demon.
The
Lord.
demon. Okay, the demon lord. Okay. Then you would like it.
It would be perfect.
Not surprised.
But yeah, Kyrie, is there any parts you liked about this show?
I liked how basically, remember the one time he was sad? He basically could have stopped that.
Which time?
Basically, remember when his mom died?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Basically, if he hadn't like spent all that time
Doing
having revenge on that guy, getting revenge,
he could have
he could have saved her.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, like, I do like that part of the episode, because at the very beginning of the episode, Setsuna, who is one of the beast women and whatnot, because they have super animal instincts and they can tell like how people really feel, and she just goes and is like, you seem to be enjoying this. And he's like, no, I'm very sad and very angry. But he has like the most giant smirk and smile on his face. But at the very end, when she dies, that was like the last genuine person he cared about. And you could tell this by him actually crying, like bawling his eyes out crying. And it is like, Setsuna, Flair. I don't remember what he calls Flair. He's like, I'm not going to be rough tonight. It's like, we understand. Or I'm not going to be gentle tonight. We understand. And is just like fucking them while crying his eyes out. Using hedonist ways to try to dull the pain of what he just felt. When everything that whole, like, her dying is 100% what's it called? Like 100% could have been avoided. He knew where she was. He knew everything. It was like, oh, she's on death's door. I just took his memory and found out what he did with her and where she is. Let me go set up my revenge for him. Watch him slowly die and everything. And just completely kill him. Then go save someone at death's door. Oh, damn, she died like a few steps before I got to her. Damn. Like, oh, come on, bullshit. It's just so... Oh, man, I was like... It feels like, what's it called? He would have been able to... What's it called? He would have been able to tell that that she was going to die if he wasn't there like as soon as possible. And what's it called? But he didn't actually check or didn't actually go to heal her and everything like that until then. And it would seem like because she's the last genuine person that he cares about, he probably should have. It just felt to me like he would have risked everything. In fact, but this does show one thing, is that he's so obsessed with revenge that he will literally go and do shit that will harm him in the end to the point of revenge. Like, he is absolutely obsessed with revenge. Like, everything else comes second. Comes. By the way, what's it called? What do y'all think of the punishment for the lesbian?
That was hardcore.
Donks.
Which one?
The lesbian.
The rapist lesbian.
Blade.
Oh yeah, oh my god, yeah, I just remembered.
So, Smug.
Yeah?
There's this girl in Redo of a Healer that she so hates men that, what's it called? She just pukes at the idea of men. She once kissed a man because she was obsessed with Flair, and he ate Flair out. And she went and just like put her tongue all throughout his mouth and everything. And it's like, oh my god, it's Flair, but it's also a man. Blah! It just starts puking, and she pukes a lot at men throughout the show, and even to the point of like, oh my god, I touched a man, I soiled my hand with the touch of a man, and just pukes and everything.
So what she was saying is that she's a Twitter lesbian.
Yeah. So what's it called? She's like unironic misandrist, like as hardcore as you can get. Yeah. But the thing is, her punishment for like the shit that she would do, especially like drugging, abducting women, and then fucking them, and then not even caring about what happens to them after that. What's it called? Shit that she does her punishment is this. Oh, by the way, I think I'll right after this I'll say something. So this is her punishment. If she can survive until the morning. All right.
Yeah.
What's it called? She would be let go free. What she did is that her body's like deteriorated a bit. Like she can't really run away or do much. So her muscles are like all sore and all deteriorated a bit. And she had to please 3 like hulkingly strong guys. And what's it called? These 3 guys have like a poison in them. And what this poison does, it makes them super hungry and super horny. So, the thing about it is, the more you please them and satisfy their horniness, the less hungry they are. But the less horny and satisfied you make them, the more hungry they are. So if you're not like glock glock right on their cock, then you, are gonna get chopped. They're to
the fuck?
So they're to the point that they will literally eat her if they are not getting pleased enough. And this was shown like right at the start. She's like getting fucked by 2 of them, and she's just like leaving the third one there. And then And then the third one's like, just goes and just takes a bite out of her, and then she quickly like grabs his cock and starts like ferociously jerking it for her life, and is like trying real hard to stay alive, and like that is her punishment. I was
what the fuck? Who is like? I don't even fucking know what to say, to be completely honest. That's just so fucking stupid.
Oh, while Kiara was doing this, he was in the shape of a woman. He turned himself into a woman.
And and she had the will to fight back for a long time until he turned into Flare. And by the way, this girl was obsessed with Flare, and it kind of just broke her heart, broke her soul, and everything. And it's like, oh, you're doing this in front of me, this disgraceful act. But I'm cheering you on. And it goes, and it is so like insane. It's like. Yeah. She goes and like completely destroys everything this person did, and it's like it makes sense considering the years of abuse that she was giving to him. So this like massive revenge inside this story is just all insane. Smug, I want you to take that in and just tell me everything you think about that.
Smug fucking died.
I think that's an answer.
Yeah, this show fucking killed me.
Trolled you?
Killed me.
Oh, killed you.
The more I hear about this show, the more I can't believe that this is the same person who also wrote The World's Finest Assassin.
I'm just losing brain cells by the second.
I love like just how absolutely ridiculous this is. So one thing I always found a little bullshit, and there was one thing I kind of hate, is okay. So when we are getting to the revenge and everything, he gives every single person there a way out. Every single revenge. The thing is, the way out is always bullshit. So why? It's so that even if they complete it, they will be in despair because he follows up with how he does what's it called, in like a way they wouldn't expect, or the way they don't want, or it's just such an impossible challenge that they cling for dear life to try to do it, but by the end of it, they realize it's impossible. They're at the lowest of the low, and they're like moments away from dying, and they have to come to peace with that and stuff like that. So the reason why I kind of am a little pissed at the thing that happens is not even that he does that. I don't mind that he does that. The reason I hate that is because he's a fucking hypocrite. Like, it's pure and simple hypocrisy. Because when Norn does that to him, he's like, oh no, I can't believe you would do something so utterly vile and whatnot. The fact of you give me an out on how to save everyone and whatnot, but you're just going to kill them anyways. It's like, that's literally what you do. That is literally what you've done. Just look at the bet you did with Flair. If you can survive me breaking all your fingers and without screaming, I'll let you go free and my revenge will be done. And then he gets 9 fingers down, heals them all, starts over again. So it was pretty much, it's an infinite amount of fingers he can break. It's like, and he will just keep doing stuff like that, like the entire time. It's just keep making it worse. The girl, he pretty much deteriorated her muscles to the point that there was no way she was going to be able to do the all-night challenge, as well as the other people. And it's like, it just goes down to it. And it's like, he literally makes the challenges impossible to drag them even deeper into despair, but hate it when others could even think of doing such a thing to him. But yeah, that's just one of the things that annoyed me inside the show.
Sorry, I missed something.
I don't think most of the show was all that bad, but there was just a lot of the time it just got boring in this, because they, as we were saying, like the ways it does its revenge and the way it does everything, it's just so weird or stupid. So bullshit that it can't be taken seriously, even though the show wants you to take it seriously. But all right, I guess we've. Does anyone have anything else to say about scenes they liked or hate or whatever?
No,
Not really.
Kyrie? Kyrie fucking died.
Gary fucking died.
Alright. So.
What's next?
It's time for the most famous, and some say infamous, part of the podcast. And there's going to be special rules for this. This series in specific. You get your two characters, one for personality, and one for and one for looks. But when it comes to the personality, Norn and Flair count as two personalities in the sense of you have to specify which personality you like, because they get mind controlled into different personalities.
Oh, they both don't get personality.
So do you so if you're going to say personality for them, you would have to say Norn before or Norn after the change, or Flair before or Flair after.
Yeah, they both don't get it.
All right. Go.
Who wants to go first?
Fucking Kyrie.
Yes. What's up?
Characters, looks, and personalities.
Looks, Setsuna. Personality, they're all just awful.
And for the guys?
They're all just awful. You don't even pick. You gotta pick someone.
Fine. Setsuna too.
Okay, Smug.
Nope.
You gotta pick.
I don't even remember anyone.
That's not true. I know you know one.
Just look on Mal or something.
Yeah, go
No.
look on my anime list while Stonks goes.
Oh fuck. Okay, wait. So for looks, I guess flair and personality Setsuna.
For me, I think the looks is decently is a pretty hard three-way tie between Flair, Norn, and Kuroha. Like, holy shit, all three of those are just like top tier. But I think I'm gonna have to go with Norn for looks. Personality wise, it's a hard pick between two characters. Either Eve or Norn after the mind control. Like y'all remember what Norn's personality is after mind control, right?
Yeah.
Of course Smug doesn't. You, Kyrie?
I forget, what was it again?
Norn's personality after the mind control is that she what's it called? She's still the super brilliant tactician and everything like that, but she's overly obsessed and just infatuated and super in love with her brother.
Oh, right.
And her brother is the main character. I'm just like, damn. Oh my god. It's like that's literally all she is. But Eve actually does have a personality. I think I'm gonna have to go with Eve. And depending on how I'm feeling at the time, maybe Norn. But I'll say probably Eve.
Do you guys also have for men? Males?
I think Flair actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with Flair on the after she gets mind controlled for personality. Because now that I think of it, her after the personality is just absolutely perfect. It was meant to be absolutely perfect, but still it is. Because what's called she's one of those kinds that will do anything that's good. Will try to see the good in everyone, try to do what they believe is just and correct, but at the same time, you will fully 100% believe Kiaria and will go and devote her life towards him and whatnot. It's like, you know what? That's pretty good. I'll go with Flair after for the personality. All right, Stonks, not Stonks, Smug.
No.
Did you look it up?
Looking at them, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't have like.
Just do for looks then.
That's what he's
What?
talking about.
All right, fuck it. I can do for looks, I guess. I'll go with Eve for looks.
Ah, the Demon Lord.
Because she reminds me of someone completely different.
I just looked at the favorites on Mal, and like, there's like people. Blade has 7, Bullet has 27, and like everyone has like a low number. Flair has a bit of a high number, like 352, and it's like that's the highest there, except for the main character, and then the main character just collapses everyone with fucking almost 1.4k favorites.
Wait, I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, well, I just noticed Setsuna actually has more than Flair. Setsuna has 416. But yeah. So, I think that's about everything. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about? Okay, there's actually one small bit. I do think he's actually a lot more knowledgeable about how a society's supposed to run and everything. Well, not supposed to. More of how has a better grasp on a society than the author of Shield Hero, because he actually understands that Kiaria should not go out and be a merchant, because that is valuable time that takes away from what he is doing, and instead should pawn it off of other people to do it. So for one, to not draw attention to him. Two, if they ever betray him, he can easily fix that. And three, he his talents are better spent doing other things while other people are selling it for him. So he's still making a massive profit, but he's still getting stronger, still doing everything he wants and everything like that. And I think now Fumi could actually have a lot more time to do like a lot more grinding and skill grinding and everything like that if he pawned most of his stuff off for a merchant to sell rather than going and finding the buyers himself.
True.
And what's it called? Kiara knows that the place there is pretty much sounds like heaven, but if you actually are living there, it's riddled with crime and everything like that. This is a horrible place to be in. The society's just like running and crumbling. The only people that are living good are those of nobility and heroes and whatnot. Those are the only people living the good life. But yeah, that's just a bit of a observation that I've noticed.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm over with it. I got it over with, so
no one else.
I'm satisfied. Nope.
No.
All right. Well, I guess that's all then.
Thank you for joining us for Weebanomics. This has been Kyrie Luminous at KyrieLuminous on Twitter.com, and these are my co-hosts.
This has been Smug at SmugHomeslice on Twitter.com.
This has been Stonk Salesman at Stonky Wonky on Twitter.
This has been Kiaru at the Nonotaku at Twitter.com. Oh, there was probably one last thing I was going to say.
Say it quickly.
Yeah, so it's actually interesting with Setsuna. What's it called? So a lot of people love to have mentioned with Redo of a Healer that Setsuna was a slave and he's owning a slave, and it's like, oh, this is just like Shield Hero. I laugh because Setsuna, like, he bought Setsuna, and the first thing he did is remove her slave collar and remove everything to make her a slave, and she just wasn't a slave. You literally bought her and released her, and instead of just making her a slave, he just makes a deal with her.
Yeah.
It's like, that's probably the funniest thing, is like a lot of people were hating it for like him owning a slave and whatnot. It's like he literally bought her to release her and then just made a deal, and she accepted the deal. Like, there's nothing there, I don't think you can even say anything about that was bad. Like, that is like the ultimate thing that someone would want. It's like, oh, you bought me when I was a slave and then immediately released me and healed me up. You got rid of all the illnesses I had. You went and made me no longer in pain, no longer fatigued, and now I'm healed up. And then you just say, yeah, that's all. That's all. But I have something of interest if you want, and let's make a deal. But yeah, that's what it is. Now do the outro. Sorry.
This has been Kyrie Luminous at KyrieLuminous on Twitter.com, and these have been my co-hosts. Thank you for joining us on Weebanomics.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.